What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is February the 29th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So PCE did come in line with the forecast. Market is taking this as a very strong positive, as you can kind of see so far on the futures. Very good stuff. Even the fear and greed index is at 78. So today should be a relatively good day, despite some companies having some poor earnings. So I'm going to get right to it. Starting off with good old SOFI, it is up 2.6%. No news, no SEC filings. Shorts are returning about 21,000 shares. 17.35% of the free float is being shorted. And right now, 158.21 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 1.02, so a little bit higher than yesterday. If you are looking at trading SOFI, just watch for this 928. It's kind of funny how it was somewhat down and out yesterday, but this is kind of how the market is, just Russian roulette. It's just up, down, sideways, like it's crazy stuff, but very exciting. So hopefully with today's news, it does get above this 928 pivot point right here, so above this R1, and then essentially this is where you could see that double digits coming sooner rather than later. So it's doing fairly well, you just have to watch for it to get above that. Moving on, Lucid, I do cover Lucid under my other channel, so no news, no SEC filings. They did recently submit their 10K a couple days back. I did a dedicated video all about that though, so if you are curious, definitely take a look at that. But right now shorts are increasing about 27.5 thousand shares, 28.97% of the free float is being shorted, and 255.04 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow average is 79.98. And also on a side note, this is actually why I do talk on shorts and what they're doing, because by shorts increasing with PCE numbers against Lucid, that shows that they feel that Lucid should go down, just fundamentally based on their operations, whereas the opposite is occurring with SOFI. So it's good to analyze this information if you ask me, but right now with it so far at $3.27 pre-market, it is between this S1 and the pivot. So it did test this, or at least attempt to touch this pivot point yesterday. So $3.40 is going to be the strong pivot point for Lucid today, so just watch for it to get above that. Snowflake, so they had horrible earnings. So right now they are down 20.65%. It did actually have a nice bounce. I believe 179 was the low. So I might be a buyer potentially if it does get to that. But with PCE numbers, I feel like it's going to cause more of a FOMO aspect despite the mixed earnings. Shorts are increasing about 1,600, not all that much. 3.47% of the free float is being shorted, and 10.35 million shares overall are being shorted. And if you are looking at trading this company with it, currently at $182 right now, it is between this S2 and this S1. So 177 is going to be the next strong support, then 184 is going to be the next strong resistance. Me being the more technical individual and factoring in macro scenarios, with the PCE numbers coming out, I feel like now people are assuming that there's going to be rate cuts in May. So in reality, I feel like there's going to be a lot of stocks that do run today. So if it does and is able to get above this S1, then this is where you could see a lot of volatility. But of course, if you're a swing trader, that might be ideal. Another company that did unveil their earnings is good old AMC. I am a diamond ape with good old 2 shares, so not all that much, but you know what? I just wanted to participate in the apeness, if that makes sense. But that is down 7.62%. Shorts are increasing about 456,000 shares. 12.39% of the free float is being shorted, and 31.01 million shares overall are being shorted. If you are looking at trading AMC though, with it right now at $4.60, it is between this S1 and the pivot. So 479 is the next strong resistance, and then 389 is going to be the next strong support. Very wide gaps, so just anticipate a hell of a lot of volatility with AMC. And then finally, last stock I want to talk on is Polestar. So they kind of did have somewhat mixed earnings, because it was actually scheduled for today, but the preliminary numbers, they actually moved to, I think it is next week. So they just kind of talked on future guidance and whatever else. Conveniently, I was live streaming this just halfway through, just something happened with the live stream, so it just cut out. But regardless, there was a lot of good things being said. So it is up 15.85% without any of the preliminary numbers, and I feel like that's kind of justified. As I've said in the past, not necessarily under this channel, but Polestar is probably one of the most discounted EV plays aside from NIO. So I think it's getting the much needed attention from big money today. Despite that though, shorts are increasing about 12,000 shares, 10.33% of the free floats being shorted, and 25.35 million shares overall are being shorted. And if you are looking at trading Polestar, I'll just quickly pull up Polestar right here. So right now with it at $2.20, it is trading between these 2 points right here. So the pivot point and the R1, so $2.03 is going to be the next strong support, and then $2.31 is going to be the next strong resistance. So all in all, let me know your thoughts on these companies. Majority of them that I talked on did have their earnings, but you can definitely make a lot of money and piggyback off of the broader market's momentum and a lot of volatility. So today should be a very interesting day. Let me know what is on your watch list, especially as well with Bitcoin running and being a similar nature, very volatile. And with PCE, I think it's fair to assume that Bitcoin is going to continue to run. Miners might be another good option for trading. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And today is the very last day that you can take advantage of this. So simply sign up for an account with with for $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000 to take advantage of this. With all that, appreciate all you watching.